Hello, welcome to another episode of Get Rich and Fit Tryin. So after a couple trials and errors, we finally got everything right. So now we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. I'll see you on the other side. Let's go. Hey, good morning, good morning. Oh, wrong one. Let's go to the right one. Good morning, my neighbors. Welcome to another episode of Get Rich and Fit Tryin. Of course, my light ends up being in my video feed. Let's tweak that a little bit. All right, that looks a little bit better. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing relatively well. This is bright as possible. All right, that looks good. So let's get right to the charts. There's a lot to do. All right, trying to fight this cold and kicking my butt all week kind of affected a couple of my trading sessions, but we gotta keep it moving because the market doesn't wait for anyone. I'm looking at a level above the 23,260 for possibly a place to get in. I think I'm on the right one. We're gonna go with a 1, 2, and 3 as we set up. And me and Trading Views probably gonna have a fight. We're gonna have a conversation with them with a bit of their slippage and some of the stuff that's been going on their end. But that's for a whole nother conversation for another day. Let me make sure I have everything the way I have it set up. Did I get rid of this? Yes, I did. Alright, so let's minimize that. So the game plan here is just being patient, waiting for that 15-minute breakout. If you don't know, this channel is dedicated to the orbs primarily. We just want to see what the first 15 minute does. After the first 15 minute, we look for the 5 minute to break above it or below it and take the trade based on those parameters. After that, we just kind of sit back, relax, and chill a bit. We might get some scalps in if we see anything that looks pertinent, but for the most part, I think we've been consolidating quite a bit before J Powell starts talking. So we're going to take some very, very, very small amount of trades, or we're going to go ahead and wait completely for a really, really good setup. So we will see how that goes. Good morning, Javi. How you doing? Hopefully you had a great day yesterday. Fair enough. I respect that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Get that trading stress off your back. Yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you. No, still a little bit of a runny nose, so I might be tapping in and out with a little bit of a BRB on the screen, just to go ahead and make sure I take care of all that crap. Nah, I did. I'm probably gonna have to hit it again today. A little bit of tequila, a little bit of honey, a little bit of lime. Whoa, the whole bottle. Nah, I need to be coherent. It's kind of hard to take a trade while you're sleeping. That's true, right? Something's got to give. I've been I've been looking at yesterday's open range. I feel like we try to get back through it, but you already know we got to clear these drawings out the way. Let's get rid of these and get ourselves ready. How you feel about the market? Mm-hmm. Very good question. How far can they take that dip? To be honest, we're at all-time highs. That dip can be far. It can be far. Look at that. We already dropped 20 points, 33 points, 36 points just off the open. My alerts are coming through. I'm going to have to check those out a little bit later. Actually, I might do one that's out. I might do a whole nother type of stream specifically for options. Well, primarily for options with a sprinkle of futures versus this is like primary futures and then I'll squeeze in some options. Kind of like going back to what we were saying yesterday. Look for reversal here. I think we might tweeze the bottom a little bit on the 1 minute. Let me see this 1 minute. Oh, that was my alert from earlier when I took an entry. They got to that level. We might get back to 35. Look for a pop to 35 right here. Let's see if we can get that. Boom, there it goes. Let's see if we can get a pop to 250 because 250 would then flirt with reversing. Like I said, if you haven't been on Get Rich and Fit Tryin, we just make things simple. We are looking for this opening range right here, 15 minute. So assuming that the 15 minute just finished like this, our stranger danger is sitting at 23,239. So or fit try and fit trying. Yes. Nah, that's the purpose. We try to do both. Trying to get it all knocked out. Yeah, I'm gonna get all the videos all underway. What I'm gonna do is probably do a month cycle specifically around the workouts because I wanna. After the kids went back to school, I told myself I'm gonna do something between 2 and 3 or 12 and 1, something like that, where at the very least 30 minutes. That's the whole purpose. No workouts. No, I'm literally going to the gym. That's the whole purpose of Get Rich Fit and Tryin. Get Rich and Fit Tryin is to have some gym content as well. It's a work in progress. Nah, nah. I don't think that would bring the views. Oh, that you're surprised that they even make it. Yep. People are still are actually watching this thing. Yes. Do 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 do. Yeah, Sanford Son was pretty cool. So, but it was mostly the jokes that he would crack. Fred Sanford, yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't think I find myself too funny. I have funny moments. That's all that matters. Yeah. Uh huh. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. With a sprinkle of Ricky Ricardo. I remember that one. Yeah. Really? That's a little different. Forward it to me. I'm curious. Damn. All from YouTube. Wow. Hmm. And they find a way. Yeah. Oh, looks like we should be adding some Misty and Navidi. I think I'm about to do that. Yeah. Just got a notification just now while I wait for this to post. Yeah, I'm always trying to add to my dividends wherever it presents itself. And since I had a solid move with my compound, I have been considering just adding to it. That's all. It feels like my computer's a little sluggish. You say you're not adding? Well, you went hammer on yours, so it makes sense for you not to add on yours. Mine's I still haven't added for a little bit on mine's. Mm-hmm. Coney. Okay. I thought you're gonna hold it for the long haul. I think I'm going to go with Navidi. I think I'm gonna add more Navidi. That's the one. What did you do? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Really? I do. Yeah. I follow. I would say yes because what it does for me, it makes me put some thought into how I want to be in the trade. We got a lot of things that's at a discount coming in with J Powell. So I just yeah, he talks today at 10 o'clock. Uh, to kind of let me give you a list because we kind of talked about what I was talking about with the swing trades and stuff like that. So coin, I'm gonna give you the ones that you probably know. Coin, cost, which is Costco, uh, Upstart, Taiwan Semiconductor, Walmart, Carvana, and DoorDash. Those are the ones that just popped up on my radar. And I'm thinking about adding Coin and adding, I like DoorDash, but I might not do it. I might wait for something else. DoorDash, not DoorDash, Coin, and maybe Costco. Just to kind of make things diversified. Because I want to go with Upstart Semiconductor. I want to do something techy, but I got so much tech stuff. Yeah, I might go Coin and Carvana. That's probably what I'll do. Coin and Carvana. Let's do those two. Let's get that going. Got my Coin. What happened? Oh, the 2 minute? Alright, so we got ourselves quite a nice little portfolio now. 500? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. You caught down that pop break out of the 2 minutes? The second time. Okay. That's good. That's what's up. I'm about to just fix this 15 minute. I'm about to switch it to the 2 minute. Oh my god, it just keeps on running every time I move it. Alright, so here's the two. Oh, right here.
Are you feeling better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hold on for a second. I forgot to do something. Bear with me. Gotta get this cold out of my system. Such a fight. Alright, so we about to get our 15 minute set up right now. There it is. Let's see what they have for us. I think we're going to get ourselves a little bit of a continuation. Get a 5-minute close above is what we're looking for. Let's see if we can get that. Of course, the small time frames look like it wants to just take off now. There's so many ways to play this opening range. I just like to be on the safer side. But this thing has ran quite a bit. Funny thing about it, I had a trade earlier today that I felt like this was going to run, but they literally got close to what would have been my stop loss, and then they just took off right then and there, which would have been around 23,200, somewhere around there. We basically retested that area. I was going to hold it, but I was up like 1K, then they pulled me down like 500 bucks, and I was like, nah, let me just take this 500 bucks. Oh, okay. They call who? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Please check. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we got quite a bit happening now. A lot of profit taking that just happened on that smack. Jeez. So we're not gonna get a 5-minute hold above. That's what you're trying to say. With J Powell going to talk, I won't be surprised if it doesn't. We'll see how that goes. This is a game of patience. And that's why we don't chase the cat, because the cat scratched back. And you see how they just scratched everybody back that tried to race it and get in there after the fact. Got 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Patience, patience, patience. Eli Lilly is really trying to make a nice little bounce back up. Oh my God, Futu is still going. Oh man, I should have held on to that bad boy. I had Futu at like 100 and some change, like 140, 150. Got up to like 160, 165 because that was my aim. This thing's at 186. Oof, talking about pops. A lot of these Chinese stocks again, those pops. Lululemon is back in this pop too. Got above 200. Had to take a step away for that. I think that bullish divergence was still building up, but it was better safe than sorry, especially with Jay Powell talking. So we're sitting back. Got a minute and 38 seconds until the market solidifies our range. And then Boeing is one to be a little bit difficult. Oh, Meta is back above. It's 700. I thought I saw it like around the sixes. And Boeing at 229. Pan W back above that 184. A little disrespectful for it to try to get back up there. 53 seconds. So what we're probably going to do, I was going to do it with a compound, but with J Powell talking, I think we're going to just, sit back and relax. But I will probably do a parallel move on this and then add where necessary based on the parameters. We got 26 seconds, 25. We're assuming that this fair value gap that they just create, oh, excuse me, this fair value gap that we just created is something that holds. So we'll see. All right, got the first stab. What I'll probably be aiming for is something above this wick here, like there, which is why I'm probably gonna do the two, which would be 345, somewhere around there, and then probably do a three, somewhere around that 260, somewhere up there.
There's food if you're hungry.
Oh, give me one sec.
Daddy changed it and now it's locked.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Jeez, King. All right, we're back. All right, so it's not really holding the level. Uh, what am I going to risk? I want to hold it for the full 5 minutes, but this thing might just dump throughout that 5 minutes. I'm gonna see if I can hold it for that. Uh, and like I said, J Powell talking it does throw a little bit of a catalyst to this, but I'm just gonna stick with my thesis. They got up to the 800 EMA on this 15 minute. Just keep the party going. Stop being difficult. Especially we just did a 15-minute bounce like this. At least test these areas. See if we can just spike it right through. Get into some of these liquidities. And then get into the area which will bring us into here. That's what I'm really looking for. So that's why I'm trying my best to hold it for the full 5 minutes. Assuming when J Powell comes in, it will be a little bit more positive. But again, we'll see. I'm really banking on this fair value gap holding its weight. And if it does, then we'll be best friends. If it doesn't, then we'll cut. That's it. So we'll see how it goes. There you go, trying to recapture the wick. Going for that fair value gap, and there goes that bounce. 2 minutes and 1 second left. Let's see if the bears finally give up, because they have given up quite a bit. Again, if you are going to try to take this trade, just know your risk. That's all I care about. Do not just jump in because you say, "Yeah, well, JD's in it, so I'm gonna just jump in." Just know what you're risking. I'm risking somewhere deep into this area here. You might be risking just around here, and it's not the most sound entry for you. I'm really banking on the fact that this 45 minutes kind of the party just started on the MACD, and I'm looking for it to kind of widen out and open up. I know it's coming up against resistance, and it could curl this zero, but I'm banking that this is going to kind of like hold its weight. Come on, Bears, go take a nap. All right, got 56 seconds. Unlike yesterday's 5 minute, that 5 minute cost me like $800 in like 45 seconds. That thing was like crazy, 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 crazy. Come on, fair value gap, hold. Hold your water. Give me a long wick. All right, there goes 370 down, 400 down. I guess they're not going to give the long wick. This might be a very tricky spot, especially that they're closing back inside the range. Not what you want to see, but that's why we go with light leverage. I only did one contract. If they recapture that whole entire move now, that could probably play a factor. But I could see that, like, a lot of people knowing that J Powell's about to talk, they're probably gonna go ahead and toss this. For y'all, I did this on the eval so that way I could kind of see some of the theses, just to kind of get these things relatively funded. Of course, a catalyst like a J Powell could really move the needle. Most times when he does talk, the market just dumps. But we're going to position ourselves to see if we can get this evaluation funded just off the muscle of the fact that there's a fair value gap right up there. And I want to see this fair value gap hold its weight. Not a great sign here. May get one of those tests of the fair value gap, then take off. But right now, we're getting a lot of bullish movement. We've been chopped up on their liquidity because that was our touch here. If these folks are still in this, then that means this fair value gap is the second stage, and I'm looking for them to kind of hold on to it. So they could be still accumulating for more upside, but it's a big if, especially how they respond to that fair value gap. Let's go over the 15 minute. 15 minutes trying to establish its own fair value gap using the 200 moving average as a place to bounce. The shorters are probably going to try to get it under that 200 because that can really make bulls panic. That could really be the case. 45 minute still looks like this, looking for like parties just getting started. And then we got a 2-hour candle that looks like this. You don't want to see long wicks at the top, but it is what it is right now. Oh, we're getting deeper. So this is the test of the fair value gap right now. We're back at it, especially with a $300 psychological level. Hey, all right, cool. Yeah, okay, got you. All right, so we just pulled back deep. They just took out that fair value gap. I'm gonna see if I can get a bounce so I can close with something better than what they're doing. But it looked like they're grabbing a lot of buy side liquidity coming off the 800 EMA. Come on, stranger danger, something give me a little bit of a bounce. Because if not, we're just gonna have to let this evaluation get burned. This one is just so. That's why I said opening range with J Powell. That's why I didn't do options on this. Yeah, and they pulled this all the way back here for almost no reason. Let me see. Let me look at my other charts. Just grabbing buy side liquidity, knowing that this in 2 minutes J Powell's going to talk. People probably getting out of their position because they're like, you know what? I don't want to carry this with J Powell talking, and they're getting out the market. That could be also the case. All right. That looks all right. Eee. They might go to the bottom of the range. They gave a nice little bounce at Stranger Danger, but then they did not let the Stranger Danger hold. We got like about 43 seconds until J Powell is scheduled to talk. So are more people going to come out the market, or is this just a scare tactic to try to grab as much liquidity, knowing where it's going to relatively want to go? And that's where I'm kind of like banking that this. That's why I went with one contract, that they're probably just sweeping to see whatever they can capture, and the momentum is going to go ahead and take off, and then we're going to take out that sell side. We did take out a 618 level that I was looking at 313. That's what made me want to stay a little bit bullish. And then it's going to take me to one of my targets, which would be, I think we could get to 23,406. Might be a little bit early, but I'm willing to put the entire Position of this liquidity. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, let's go get the rest. There we go. And got. Oh no! No, they did not. Oh, oh no! Ah, I got hit with it. Javi, Javi, you know what just happened. You know exactly what just happened. Ah, Javi. Oh, Javi. I haven't had this happen since when I first started trying to trade CPI. This is the first time in a long time I've ever experienced this. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, it flashed to 6,000, got it funded, pulled back 3,000, blew the account, and then took off. Yo, I haven't faced nothing like that since. Oh my god. At least you got money. At least you got money. Uh Go to TradeAvate. Go to TradeAvate and close it. You can't. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Yo, I have not experienced that. So when I first started trading, folks, just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea, we aimed for these volatile moments. We was like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead. I was willing to take the 1,000 in liquidity, and I had five. You see where I had the three contracts right there. What I did not think, I didn't. I was like, this guy gonna take a minute. I was like, oh, here we go. Let me just hold it for 60 seconds. I didn't think they'll just pull it back that deep, because this is not your CPI data. This is just Jay Powell talking during Jackson Hole. So he must have said something crazy. He must have said, oh my god. You know the worst part about it? I don't even want to go look at my Lulu. I don't want to go look at my. Yeah. Oh my god. He must have said something. Oh man. I haven't seen that since forever. This is why I don't do these volatile moments. Look at that. They came, picked up my contract, kidnapped me, snatched me for a blow. And that's how the market can treat you. Just to let you, just to let you know. I think I'm protected. I think I'm good. Oh, that is so evil. I saw the six. I saw the 6,000. I should have had my mouse hovering, because I was like, oh, I got exactly what I thought. I knew we would go, because my whole target was the fact that the 618 was failing, and I was targeting this fair value gap. So this is your order block right there. So anything close to 455 was a good entry to take out this fair value gap, and then now we're going after this one here. Yo, I should have did it in micro. I should have did it in micro on my other accounts. Ah, I should have did it in micro. But you know what? It is what it is. No, but you saw what was happening, so you made a sound decision. If you really think about it, that okay. You took it off the wick. I gotta show y'all this. It's been so long since I did something like that, and I was just like, you know what? I'm only gonna stick with evaluation. Let me not do anything crazy. Oh, that is so evil. Oh my god, that is crazy. Hold on, hold on. How do I? Okay, let me put this on the screen for y'all. Display. Look at that. Look at that. I sat in there for 18 minutes. That was a 6 grand to 7 grand move with five MNQ contracts. If I left it with just one, I probably would have been better off. But I thought we was just gonna get that fair value gap. Maybe I should have put a TP to it. Yeah, maybe I should. I should have put a TP. No. I should have put a TP to what would have been 6 grand. That's what I should have did. That's what I should have did. I, yeah, but true. But if I had a TP just below that would have made me the 6 grand, then this conversation would be moot. It would have capped me out. You get what I'm saying? So note to self: volatile moments. Put the TP on. I didn't have the stop loss on intentionally, but the TP, I should have put a TP. I should have put a TP. Well, I knew it was going to be something massive. I was aiming for 3,000, and I was going to just wait for the other 3,000 like tomorrow on Monday or something. So, to be honest, I had a feeling they could. That's why when you said, "Do you want to buy more?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting signals that says buy more." I think I'm gonna go with Nvidia. So I took my Nvidia, I took coin, and I took, what did I do? What did I take? I took coin, and I turned this one off. I took coin, and the other one was, I don't think it was Upstart. I think I did Carvana. I think that's the one I did. Let me go see. Yeah, I did Carvana. That was my other one. Let me see. Is there anything above 25%? Only one. My Bector. But this one is such a weird one because I'm looking at this one for such a long term hold. I only bought one share, so I'm still accumulating my position. So that's a whole other conversation. All right, let's go back into this chart. Oh, I haven't done that in forever. Oh, that was good content. People, it can happen. You can make 6,000 and just give away 3,000 just that fast, all in 1 minute. It still won't let you close. Uh, Log out, log back in, and then hit close. I'm pretty sure it had to close. Damn, when I say they blasted my level. It took the TPs. I had a level of 406. That's what I was aiming for. That gave an extra 100 points from that 406. Just to kind of give you an idea of what I was aiming for and didn't think we would be going this far this fast. All right, so that's that 506 retest. Fair value gap right here. There's a little bit of an order block here that they want to get back to. So look out for a possible sell at 462, but I think they're trying to build up a position to get to that 562. But I could see us filling all the way back to 605. Yo, that is funny. This brings me back. When I say it's been years since that happened, let me save this. Okay, I saved that there. They're going, and the worst part about it, if I called Elite about it, they're gonna be like, "Well, there is slippage." That's all they're gonna say and not care whatsoever. Still holding on to my Apple. Oh, Zom did take off. I was thinking oil could take off. Let's see what else we got. Coinbase is still in this thing. I got into my Carvana, so I feel comfortable with that. Snow is a solid reversal. Uh, Palantir, nice recovery. I'm not doing Upstart, not yet. Needs to break some rules. Hood. Crocs being up makes sense. Damn. I can only imagine how many prop firms was plotting on this doggone news pop. That's probably what it is. There probably was so many damn prop accounts that was set up for this whole entire setup, and I got caught in the wash as they started closing off their 6K. And I just put the doggone take profit. That would have been 6K right there. That would have been 6K right there. All right, so that was our trade for the day. 351 points. That's that mic drop moment. Whatever. Yo. Let me make sure. Let me really. Yeah, I have 0 trailing drawdown. 0. This is crazy. Ah. Prop firms don't make this thing easy. Yeah, because it's supposed to be right in there if I still have more. Oh, man. Yeah, let me let YouTube go. Look, folks at YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and chop this video for archival purposes and everything. So look for the short, because this is probably the most hilarious thing. I haven't done this in like forever. And that's why I have accounts for. You know, my PA is switched to liquidity. At 15 seconds in, they already switched it. Oh, I need a screenshot that. Hold on. Let me grab my screenshot. That is crazy. Oh, I still have you on this side? Alright. Move you. Grab a nice little snippet of this. And there we go. All right, YouTube. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all gonna have enjoy the rest of your day, and then we'll catch up on tomorrow. Y'all have a great day.